Citizens of the Reject Nation, we are going to watch Chucky Season Dos, Episode Uno today. John, how are you?
I am giddy and excited, and I can't wait. How are you?
I am excited. I also cannot wait. And giddy simultaneously.
Trifecta.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you watch any of our TV reactions, you'll know that we always say this, that full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync up with your own copy, available for Super Sexy Rejects at our Patreon page. But this time around, the first episode, it's going to be available for everyone. So if you want to sync up with us, watch along with us, there's a link in the description box where you can go ahead and do that. That would be awesome, but the rest would be Patreon exclusives. In the meantime, go ahead and leave a like. That'd be very much appreciated. Another thing I really got to mention. Probably heard a lot of people talking about this lately. I've seen some videos go trending, and it's been happening in the last quite a bit. Is a lot of age restrictions and a lot of YouTube, punishing videos for things being like PG-13. So this is Chucky, so we might have to once in a while mute some words or hide a little bit of certain sequences because of the nature of the show. Please understand that when something does get age restricted or hit with limited ads, that also means that YouTube just doesn't promote the video at all, so it doesn't even get any views. And it's a crappy situation to be in when you spend several hours putting one of these videos together. Anything else? Prepper.
Yes, thank
you guys for helping us edit this down and helping us to bypass some of that YouTube stuff. Let's get to it.
Are we there yet? When do we get to start stabbing people?
Wait, you got a knife?
Yeah, I got a knife. They passed them out at orientation. What the f... I didn't say anything. Don't worry. They say bald guys are more virile. I don't have stick arms. Hey, do I know you?
Bet your ass you do.
Don't make me come back there.
She is hot.
I don't know what you did.
You just keep your mouth shut, Buster.
Man, what if they kill off Andy in the first scene? Oh, damn.
Andy.
Oh, shit.
That didn't last long. That's sinister. Nightmare at 15 feet.
This is for Kyle!
Oh my god, they're gonna kill off Andy in this opening scene? We didn't see it happen.
We only heard it happen.
Glad I fell off faster this time.
Yeah, he seems okay. I wish I could say the same about Pam and Larry.
Is Devon staying behind?
I want to kiss you so bad right now, but
Go for it.
they're watching.
I get it.
You guys can at least hug.
Yeah, seriously.
I love you, Jake.
I love you more, Devon.
Oh,
That's not possible.
Considering Jake's obsession with your podcast, I would say that Jake,
Jake
loves
probably
you.
does love you more, yeah. You don't have any of Jake's art, I mean. It's a good shot.
Jake! Oh, wait, stop!
Aww. Aww. That's really touching. they just drive off.
Holy secret identity.
That's my secret Robin.
Trick or treat.
Shit.
As bad.
You scared me.
It's called colorophobia, the fear of clowns. It's caused by childhood trauma.
What are you doing out here all alone? Like, where are your parents, your friends?
They're dead.
Okay.
Whoa! That actually got me.
Jeez.
Damn. Well edited.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Respect always goes to a good jump scare.
It's time to go fight some crime.
And the citizens of Gotham will pay us in chocolate.
Sorry, give me a second. Hello?
Is Tamara home?
Who?
You'd recognize that voice. Come on, man.
Come on.
Think you have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens. No worries.
Oh my God, we're doing a Scream reference.
Oh, no.
Would it be the first time?
Where the hell are you?
I'm so sorry, Devin. I'm not gonna be able to make it.
You're telling me this now? You're supposed to be on the bus. Jake, I'm cooking for you here, man.
Oh.
They're still not cool with us.
Screw them. They're not your real parents.
I didn't think they'd actually be homophobic.
Yeah.
Where's your boyfriend tonight, Jake?
Screw you, Ellis. Hey, you know what, Ellis? You know, it's bad enough that you're a homophobic douchebag prick. You know, the really sad thing is, it's totally unoriginal.
This isn't Ellis, and I'm not homophobic.
Jake, I just got a weird call from this douchebag.
Wait, he called you too? Didn't he sound kind of familiar? Devin, you don't think it could be...
Jake, I don't think anything could have survived that crash. Not even Andy.
They never found his body.
Yes.
Yeah. Confirmed.
It's him.
Oh.
What the hell?
Oh no.
That Lexy's home?
That's not very scary. What are you supposed to be?
The ghost of Halloween past. Say hello to my friends.
Hi.
Okay, no wonder she doesn't recognize.
Yes, I'd like to report a break-in at 3083 Fairburn.
Oh, damn, that is pretty scary.
Gonna get that?
Nope.
You know what? You should die.
Yeah.
I saw you ignore my phone call.
Ghost mean.
Lexy, you have done this before, right?
Have you?
I think your first time should be special.
Oh.
Okay, first I just need a bump.
Me too.
Lexy, no. What have you become?
Traumatized.
Jesus Christ!
You kids okay?
What the hell are you doing here? Did my mother send you?
We got a report of a break-in. I'm gonna have a look around.
Yeah.
I should go.
Sit down.
Have sex.
Was there anyone else in the house tonight?
The ghost of Halloween past. He asked to use the bathroom. He said it was an emergency.
Oh. Yeah.
How tall was this ghost?
Well, he was about this tall. I think it was...
Officer, this is just a misunderstanding. Would you mind staying with us until my mother gets home?
Sure.
Is that cocaine?
Nothing.
She can't even sleep without waking up screaming every night from the nightmares. And she made me get rid of all of her dolls.
Yes, it's called pediophobia. That's the clinical term for fear of dolls.
I'm going to learn a lot of terms this episode.
You know, I collect dolls recreationally.
Is she going to bring a good guy doll in here?
This is Belle. Caroline, I think Belle could help you. Would you like to hold her?
You can do it.
Support group of Chucky.
She needs someone to take care of her. Would you like to take her home?
Nope.
You know, there was someone watching them at the grave at the end of last season. What if it was that therapist?
I wouldn't put it past him. That doll is destined to wake up.
I think I occupy a unique position of empathy. I know exactly what they're going through because I'm going through it too. The anger, the guilt, the survivors. guilt.
Caroline, how about you?
I'm fine.
Hey, what ever happened to Chucky?
Yo.
Caroline, does Belle tell you to do things too?
What are you talking about?
We have it on tape.
Get out.
And that's the article.
That's the entire headline.
Yo.
Never trust any doll.
Never trust any doll.
Okay, good. And you can't tell anyone or they're gonna send you away, okay? Keep this handy.
I'm not liking this approach, Lexy.
Yeah. So much could go wrong.
Maybe a smaller knife, too.
A kid's knife.
If Chucky really was at her house last night, then why didn't he kill her when he had the chance?
Maybe he's just messing with us. Maybe he's trying to get one of us to kill again.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Is that doll from a previous movie?
Got a new drug every scene.
Devon, what did you find out about Caroline's doll?
Well, she looks a little like the bride of Chucky. Remember that movie?
Yeah, with Jennifer Tilly. Who we know really is the bride of Chucky. Tiffany Valentine.
Back to all that super meta territory.
Yep. I'm thinking like, yeah, did the Tiffany doll get some kind of different makeover?
That's right. Seed of Chucky. They made the Bride of Chucky movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you test it?
Yeah, I bashed the shit out of it. I mean, our family therapist can't be in league with a supernaturally possessed doll, right?
Lexy?
Shit, it's my mom. Get in the closet.
You can't put them back in the closet.
At least they're in there together.
Let's see it.
Nice.
They tease us about her since the first season.
We were pretty famous for a while after the murders, and there are some sick assholes out there with way too much time on their hands.
Yeah, some sick asshole who was able to get all our numbers and who also happens to be just 2 feet tall.
Short people can be assholes.
Woke.
You seem weird.
You're weird.
Wait, where are you going?
To the bathroom, is that okay with you?
We never got confirmation that Chucky left.
No. He's got to be just hiding out, watching the chaos. Or heck, maybe a couple of
Chucky, the Euphoria season.
Yeah, let's get a hypnotic montage going.
Holy homemade bomb bat, girl.
What? What?
You're not playing it right. I'm still alive, aren't I?
Not for long.
Oh.
What? Damn, this is really happening.
This is crazy.
Holy hostage situation, Batman.
Okay, that's already getting old.
Gary, it's gonna be okay.
He's gonna blow us on the smithereen.
No, Gary, I won't let that happen, I promise. This isn't a game, okay?
I don't think Gary's worried about that.
No, Gary is on board.
Well, now you're all gonna get busy dying. Just as soon as Lexy gets down here.
Oh, thank God she's doing drugs.
Drugs save lives.
Why are you doing this?
There were 72 of me on that truck. I was gonna take over the world, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Jinkies.
I'm gonna kill every last one of you.
Oh my God, if the doll's alive, Belle?
Yeah.
Enough to make this worth the sacrifice. I die knowing I took all of you with me. You die knowing...
Best secret texter.
No.
God, I love my job.
Yes. Redemption. What the hell, Gary?
What are you about to do, Gary?
Oh, damn! No!
That got me, man.
You and your friends have denied Gary his life.
If I may, they're children too.
And they'll be placed in a facility with other violent juvenile offenders like them.
Oh, no.
Military school.
These kids are responsible for Gary's death. Yet I'm sure we all agree it was a tragic accident.
It was a kamikaze mission. He blew himself up. He's never done anything like that before. Which means that more than one Chucky made it out of that truck crash alive.
1000%.
How many?
Who knows? No matter what, he's gonna come for us again.
Jesus.
Internet voodoo.
These guys are going to be together.
Yeah, all the time.
Hey, do you guys remember Trevor Kane? He made my life a living hell. Taught me everything I know.
And he went here?
My mother sent him here.
Wait, guys, why does this place look so familiar?
This used to be the Burlington Home for Wayward Boys.
Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah.
That janitor's body is still probably out here rotting.
Yeah, that therapist is totally connected, man. I bet she was the one watching them at the grave.
Yeah, now I'm thinking back like...
Do you know why you're here?
Because God hates us?
He wants you to seek forgiveness and to find your way back to him. And if you're not careful, you might even have a little fun along the way.
Jesus is a radical dude.
You can crush that communion bread and snort it.
Yeah, get high on the Lord. And these two are going to be fine. Catholic Church.
Oh, yeah, they're supportive.
Loves the queer community.
Getting shipped.
No.
Christ. Guess we should wait to see if there's a post-credit scene.
I like that the puppeteers got co-starring credits.
God, does it go that fast on actual Sci-Fi Network?
Yeah.
Subscribe, damn it. I'll be back. I always come back, and so should you moron.
Nice. All right, let's talk about it. Yep, you're right. Yeah.
Ha, ha,
Okay.
ha.
John.
My rusty memory
It's,
serves
John,
correct.
It's Tiffany. It's you say it. You're the one
Yeah,
who remembered properly.
Tiffany brings him the bridal doll as like a gift.
Bride of
then,
Chucky,
yeah, before he does the whole like, I'm gonna electrocute you in the bathtub and we're gonna transfer your soul and then makeover montage and all that good stuff. I was so wrapped up I couldn't remember that whole passage of Bride of Chucky in the moment.
No, I did a big binge recently, and I was like, that doll looks familiar, but it's not coming to me right now.
Well, yeah, and it's like the middle ones. Like I like Bride and Seed, but they are probably the ones I've seen the least times. Maybe well 3. I haven't watched 3 that many times.
But that's part of what makes this series so beautiful, is because like the third one's not good. But the first 2 are good. So like
this guy's charms.
I guess
it's at it's easily at the bottom. like I will take campy, jokey Chucky and other things away before I'll take military school Chucky.
Because the first I'll even give the third one, Rig, I guess, a sense of seriousness, and then Bride of Chucky's when it's like that's when I got into like the 90s. So
yeah,
it gets really meta and crazy. I mean, that's when there's no Seed of Chucky's when it gets really.
Are you going to the early 2000s even maybe by then?
Maybe. I don't know.
Isn't the second one in like 1990 or something like that?
I don't know release dates. You don't want to ask me.
Yeah.
so there's Seed of Chucky, and then when Curse came around, that's when it started getting like back to being serious.
Yeah. Back to actually being scary.
And then Cult was like art house.
Yeah, exactly.
And what I love about this show is that it's a great embodiment of all that. Mm-hmm. I think it's like the culmination of all the different things Don Mancini had set out to do over the course of this franchise. But this one has the most heart out of them all. Like there's such a heart about it. Like I really care about these kids.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. You care about them as characters. And I think, the best of the movies have often done that too, and that's why it's such a joy when certain characters come back. I mean, we didn't get Nika this episode. But that's why it is a joy.
Such a cliffhanger with her last time.
I know. She's got no. This is like the most horrific send off for a character, and like I'm glad for the anticipation. Like I do like the way, because the Chucky franchise too has gone through its various not ups and downs, but like at times they want to show Chucky less and really build him up, and other times they want to throw a bunch of Chucky right at you. And this one, starts with a lot of Chuck, and then the rest of it, is like a steady build up to that. And we're getting a steady build back to whatever Nika and Tiffany are off doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big part why I really respect this franchise is because of the variety it offers and its commitment to it, and doesn't ignore what it did before.
Yeah, it responds to it.
Yeah, and I think that's a great way to proceed with as you develop it. It's like you never feel like they're soft rebooting it.
Even when they sort of do. But like there's always some kind of connective tissue, and they're always really good at using whatever setting they choose, like maybe aside from the military camp. But but even the carnival in that movie, like the first season has such a great sort of small town paranoia, sordid affairs kind of thing happening, and these relatable just high school and love stories and things like that. And now here I'm really excited to see where this goes in terms of we have to address the sort of happily never after of it all, but then segueing into this ostensibly like this Catholic boarding school of some kind, I think is a really cool and fun idea, and I can't wait to see how that setting and all the themes that come with that setting are going to influence the story, and also bring out the devious sides in the characters, but also bring out sides of Chucky we haven't seen yet.
Well, I kind of feel a bit of a Stranger Things influence with this.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the way they're setting up season 2. I know they're very different shows, and about the only common things you can draw are the teenagers and horror events, and they're the only ones who know the truth. So there's actually some pretty big similarities you can draw amongst it all. Supernatural phenomena happening around them. And like when you look at the movies, that was. They never, other than Child's Play 3, they didn't really deal.
The Child's Play 3 bash session today.
They didn't really deal with, the teenager side of it. It's like Andy was always a little kid, and then he was in military school,
which isn't your normal teenage experience. Absolutely.
No. And then the way I like in this, and the way I felt about Stranger Things season 2, was that it was such a response to the first season. You're watching them deal with the post-traumatic stress disorder of the events that occurred in the first season and how that's carrying over here. And that's really Lexy who gets to really take that on. And, oh, my God, what is Lexy's sister's name? I can't remember.
Oh, my God.
So many times
so
in this
many
episode.
times.
I know. I can't recall it off the top of my head right now.
Just keep going, and I'll do the Google this time.
Well, what I really respect about it is the fact that they're dealing with it and allowing them to be in different directions, and you're seeing sort of a flip-flop of situations. Because as disturbed
Caroline
as Jake is by this situation, and Devon as well, they have their traumas from it. They've also seemed to garner, especially for Jake, who was a lot more timid in the last season and was a lot more, introverted. And this time around, even though he's dealing with the traumas of what's occurred, there is more of a strength that he puts out there and like proceeds with kind of an angry confidence. Versus Lexy, who in the last season, obviously there was like a bravado that she had up, and she was like the mean girl until they did such a good job, by the way, on like making her likable after I wanted her to die. And then now you're picking up with her, and she's the one who's falling apart the most out of the three of them, which is not what I would expect going into this. Like literally the only thing I've heard the talk about like Glenn and Glenda coming in this show. And I only saw the image of the bald Chucky. Those are the only two things I've really heard about it. So I didn't know exactly what we'd be getting into. This Catholic school element is the thing you said?
Yeah, I saw some straight quote from Don Mancini saying, like, I have a thing for, that sort of unofficial subgenre of Catholic horror, and I wanted to do something with that, or anybody who grew up Catholic might get something out of this, Which I was I was very intrigued. I was like, what does that even mean? But also like that, I grew up Catholic. Let's do that. We both did.
We grew up Catholic, yeah.
So
Altar boys up in here.
That's right. Get that
Praise
Six Flags
Christ.
trip. and Christ, of course. You get to leave class for an hour.
I was pretty devoted.
And you were, man. You would go to church after school and pray.
The only one. People laughed at me.
I know. And then I tried to follow your example for a minute.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, I don't want you to walk all the way down the block. You could get kidnapped. Like, it's on the same property.
She had a point.
Block kids getting
that Greg's a bad example going to church after school.
He's going in there tempting all those wayward kidnappers.
Well, I mean, I didn't know this till while we were shooting the reactions for Chucky season 1 that Don Mancini, he is homosexual, right?
Yeah.
He's a homosexual. So I imagine that, that's. I mean, I 100% do not identify as Catholic anymore.
Yeah,
and the homosexual oppression part is, I can imagine they would deal with. That's one thing that I credit the show for dealing with, and I feel like they would have to address that within the Catholic Church.
150%. Like, I have a feeling, and I think Don Mancini is, I think if you have a thing for that, for any religious skewing horror, you must have grown up with some kind of religiosity in your life. But yeah, like Chucky always sort of exists to bring out and expose, all the darkness in people. So like, yeah, having him run around here, I have absolutely no doubt that we'll get into, like the queer oppressions of the Catholic Church, but also all the other sort of dirty and, just sort of low motivations that lie there within the humans who are trying to uphold this thing and who are trying to, spread the ideology.
Chucky hasn't done like the full-on religious horror, have they? It's like the whole thing with the voodoo has always been a demonology type of horror.
Yeah.
But they haven't done the...
I'm trying to think now. It's like, has Chucky killed many priests?
American Horror Story 2 Asylum, but in the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, which I think is good. And I was sort of thinking as they were walking in the door, I was like, I kind of feel like a little bit American Horror Story right now.
But that's why even the ones that are tough to sit through, I respect the franchise so much because of its willingness to do something so different. Like the way this picked up, it was like, oh, we're picking up exactly where... Like we're like moments from where we left off of. It's like the continuation of a scene of where we're leaving off on, and then as we're going through it, it's like, yeah, okay, it's feeling like season 2 of the Chucky show, and then by the point of where we ended it, it was like, oh, this might actually be doing something very different, which is what I kind of want.
Yeah.
Because of how the franchise works.
Well, and I think that's part of what has made the franchise itself timeless is like I've only grown appreciation for it over time because the first movie is such a succinctly good idea. Like even remove the voodoo and the murder. It's just like, your doll and your kid and like there's something very simple and primal that works about that. And then, you have the other movies shifting in genre, borrowing things from different horror movies. And it's like you've watched other slasher franchises do versions of that, but I don't think with as much sort of adeptness as the Chucky movies have. And yeah, there are installments people like better than others, and not everybody loves the completely jokey 2000s era. But yeah, it all comes back together when you see the way in which they use all those different elements and the way that the franchise doesn't ever seem keen to, disavow any one installment or another. And again, like there's so many great things to play off of. Like Chucky is a great character because whereas so many slashers are, like Freddy preys on people's fears and things about them, but I feel like Chucky really like gets his hooks in people and really twists them inside out. So you have the kills and the slasher stuff, but you also just have like a unique character affect that comes with him, and you can explore things like traumas in a way that a lot of other slasher movies decide not to, because they'll just like bring back returning characters, kill them in the first minute to do a cold open.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's like, yeah, you really feel the life and the aftermath of so many things.
And them trying to do something different every time.
Yeah.
So I respect it. I respect it quite a bit.
And to be fair too, like I'm pleased that the show is as big as it is and that it has such like a strong queer element, because I feel like it might be easy for people to go, oh, it's just the times. But like, yeah, like it's always kind of been there. There have always been aspects or interesting one-off characters, or not that Chucky movies are like the be-all end-all of progress, but like they, for that conversation, have often been more progressive than you would think.
Yeah, and then sometimes you still get some wackadoodle characters like Jake's younger brother. What the hell was going on there?
What's up, Gary? Yeah.
I was like, these kids.
What happened to you? You were the sweetest, and now you're completely like detached and psychotic.
He's like, bomb! He's gonna kill us.
It's gonna be great.
Don't worry, Gary. We're not gonna let it happen. He's like, yay!
I was like, are you? Is the beat that he's just so into playing this like childlike fantasy game, or does he have any grasp of what's going on?
I think he doesn't realize that that's a real bomb.
Yeah, and that the doll is like really alive or something. But yeah, in the moment it is like, whoa, wait a minute, what?
And I think Lexi's mom's gonna die.
I think she is. I like the beat they go with her, but I feel like she will die maybe by season's end.
Oh yeah, she's such a sociopath. She's like trying to use her trauma that doesn't seem like real trauma. But then they give like a couple of tender moments that feel genuine.
That bedroom scene where, yeah, she comes in and there's the whole lullaby lie.
Yeah, like that was a nice, soft scene. And then there's the stuff where she's running for mayor. Where like she gets defensive for the little girl. What's her name?
Caroline.
Caroline gets defensive for Caroline.
Poltergeist.
And gets defensive for her. And then also...
Yeah.
But I do like when she's just trying to use survivor's guilt as a way to win some votes in a pitiful way.
In the worst sort of, rich white feminist way of doing so.
It's funny. It's funny stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that therapist, I mean, the fact that she had that doll.
Yeah, now, and the way that it is like gifted and yeah.
It leads right to Charles Lee Ray's home.
So now.
Part of where he grew up.
Yeah, the Wayward Boys Academy. I'm like, and at the same time, I mean, it would make more sense that she's involved with Chucky, but part of me wonders, like, I don't know, it is the Tiffany bridal thing, like, is the, like, Tiffany is clearly not in Chucky's corner at the moment, but also, like, would there be some kind of, connect there?
Well, there's one thing this franchise knows how to do is surprise us with some important piece of lineage or lore connectivity. It's usually something to do with that's how Charles Lee Ray was caught. There's like another addition to how he was caught.
It's like Spider-Man 3. He made a lot of stops with Eddie Caputo along the way before ultimately running into that toy store. and then you were on their 12th stop. He had to murder Nika's mom, and he had to do this thing and that thing. He probably went to church on the way.
I feel like there's always some addition to what got Charles Lee Ray caught.
Hey, man, if that leads to more Fiona Dourif in Brad Dourif makeup, I'm all for it.
Well, we learned in the last season that Tiffany is the one who ratted him out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To the cops. So, yeah, there's got to be another element of that because I feel like we explore like what else is there to explore about Charles Lee Ray's backstory? Because I feel like you're going to go here and it's a big part of what you're going to explore. Is there something more? Just another nifty little detail because we kind of went pretty heavy last season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they can surprise us. I wonder if maybe they might give us some of like the humanity in surprising ways because like we've seen so much of his, formative, psychopath moments as of last season, and so maybe being here, you'll see instead of seeing the part that was always there. That was, the X factor that makes, a Michael Myers or a Charles Lee Ray or whatever it is. Maybe we'll see the ways in which this environment helped shape him or something.
Because the core of season 1, from my emotional experience with it, was that it was significantly spotlighting bullying. Primarily, was like the main thing. Yeah, and of course, like domestic violence and all kinds of shades of abuse. But bullying was like a very prevalent topic. Yeah. In that season, and I don't know what this one we're dealing with. I feel like some form of oppression.
Yeah,
which is a shade, a major shade of the last season, to thrust you into the Catholic Church, and then some of these things with like talking to Caroline. I remember her name. Kudos to you, Greg. When she's like, "Look, no one's going to believe you, so you gotta keep
go
your
with
mouth
the story."
shut." Yeah. And beyond that, though, it's like you can't tell anyone the truth because no one will accept you.
Yeah.
Like that's another way to sort of interpret it.
Yeah, you'll be sent away. And that's a great theme. Is we live in a time now where more than ever it's easy to feel like you have to keep your head down and play the game, but also like the truth should always be out there.
Yeah, this was a fun episode, but it wasn't as fun as I anticipated it would be. Not saying that's bad. I was like, oh, there's some genuine tense stuff here. Even the Chucky scene.
Yeah.
The when you finally wait for him he finally shows up, and when he does, it's really like this is suspenseful.
Yeah.
This isn't funny,
No, and it's a nice, clever, the whole thing about I'm just trying to get everybody in the room together. It's like it's so simple, and yet even still, it's another clever sort of diabolical scheme. That takes a little ingenuity, like it's convoluted in just the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, tie up my remaining loose ends, move on.
We didn't see the person at the graveyard, right? That was the whole thing. There was a hand on the tree.
Yeah.
Like leather gloves. So that's what my mind's telling me.
Now, any character wearing gloves or with a hand thing, you got to look out for.
Yeah, you can't make out who it was, but
yeah.
That therapist, she's suspect number 1 to me.
Yeah. Well, and is Andy really dead? That's the other question.
No.
And see it.
You can't kill off Andy.
But you know what? My prediction is that he will, if this season, my prediction for one of the higher concept elements is I wonder if he will come back with some kind of like horrific disfigurement a la the various disfigurements Chucky undergoes, because, the more Andy's involved with this, the more wrapped up and crazed he's going to become, especially after this.
Well, here we are, guys. Chucky 2x1. Thank you so much for being here. Leave a like, subscribe, and what do you think about this premiere episode? Leave your thoughts down below. Let's end this with a Patron.
Flev Doran, if anyone's going to be your friend to the end, it is Flev. Flev is such a positive, chipper, upbeat guy, and I don't trust it. Flev, I don't trust it at all. In fact, I feel like you would probably be the kind of guy to transfer your soul into a body, get to know me, get to feel like we are really the best of friends, and then boom, I'm doing your dirty work for you, Flev. What's up with that, man? You know what? It's okay, though, because, hey, we all need a friend like you. We all need to indulge in the darkness once in a while, and if anybody is chocked to the brim with nihilism, it's you, Flev. So, hey, stay uncaring, cold, and detached, and we'll catch you next month. Love you, buddy.